Good evening. How's everybody doing out there? Thank you so much again for coming in and viewing the Realdealfam network. I'm Andre. This is my beautiful wife, Essie.
How you doing?
All right. Also known as the boss around here.
Oh.
She wasn't ready that time, but there it is. But we're glad you guys decided to come in and spend a little time with us. Also, if you would, please hit that subscribe button and also thumbs up, and we will be putting out more videos in the future, and definitely the notification bell, so when we do put out the new videos, you will be the first to know. All right, tonight our topic is probably somewhat a little bit, I guess they would say controversial, but to me it's not. It's
relative topic.
Definitely a relative topic. It's in most household of individuals that look like us. It's a topic that we call like endangered species, the black man.
And what are the good ones anyway?
I hear that all the time from the sisters. They always say, I'd be like, well, why this young lady doesn't have her husband or a significant other? And their responses always is,
he's kind of a big deal today.
Oh, thank you. Well, they always profess that there's a shortage of good brothers out there. There's a plethora of good brothers out there. I know they are. The thing of it is that everybody's kind of confused, I guess, in a sense.
Confused?
I would say so. Or there's a lack of communication in terms of what people want and what their expectations are.
Confused. Black women are confused about the expectations of what they want.
I wouldn't. Sometimes in a relationship, a woman doesn't really define what she expects out of a man. Now she may assume, but she may not verbalize it.
These are two separate issues.
They can be.
Because women typically know what they want. It's
They
just the brothers are not measuring up typically to, black women typically have high rates of being educated and making, at high rates more money, less incidences of being incarcerated or a sketchy background. And when you're a professional woman, you're looking for the same qualities as you bring to the table in a brother.
Okay, and I think from what you've said in the past and what I've heard from other ladies is that has become like a necessity for them. They felt like the brothers have kind of left them out there, left them to their own devices, so to speak. They hadn't been fulfilling their role, and the sisters have been there for the brothers. And the brothers hadn't really focused or put family as a priority in their lives.
So when they do become successful, they typically tend to go off and, just like the typical athlete, what they say, go and marry others. They don't go back to their own community and marry the one who held them down the whole time. Well, she just has his babies, but he ran off with somebody else.
Well, in certain instances, that may be fact. But for me and myself, I can only speak for myself. There is a maturing process that has to take place with a brother. And when he finds a young lady that he loves and he wants to settle down with, there's a process that he have to accept and be willing to move forward with. And that is, you accepted her, you married her, and you have to go ahead and honor that commitment. It's not going to be easy. It's not fun all the time, but it is a commitment. There's nothing in the world like you having your own family and being there for them, supporting them through thick and thin, and riding with them.
Well, I think that's one of the big issues is trying to get to that point. Marriage in the black community is
right, and that's an issue. A lot of times, I would say brothers like myself, in their past, they've seen a lot, they've been through a lot, and whether there was a lack of a strong male figure in the household when they was growing up, or a poor male figure in the house, they both have the same effect. It's a negative effect on the young man. But at some point, you have to take accountability for your own self. I had to look deep within myself and pray about it and grow up. You know what I mean? There's things that people have that kind of sends them off this way or that way. They don't want to really commit to a relationship. They want to find. They think it's something else out there. But at some point, you have to mature. If you find somebody who really supports you, they love you, you have family, you have to grow up and you have to ride with your family. And once you say, I do, I mean, that's it, man. There's no, there's a nice little woman on Instagram, there's a nice little lady over there, but you got a queen in the house with you, you got your children, and that's solely where your mind have to be. And it's not a criticism of the brothers, it's just the reality of something we have to accept. That's the only way our people gonna progress, that's the only way we're gonna survive. We'll never survive by constantly having children everywhere, leaving them all over the place. And
leaving them for the black women to raise by themselves.
And that has been a problem. And most of us brothers grew up with single mothers, so we've seen the struggle they've had, and we've been there for them. But sometimes once we get our own family, we tend to follow the same route that our fathers did. And so we're going to try to break that cycle. And brothers, hopefully we can make a commitment to be there for our families and for our sisters and ride with them all the way to the end. Because that's the only way we're going to really have true black love. Is there anything else you want to add to that, honey? Go ahead.
I just think brothers need to have more respect for black women in general. Y'all have been able to get away with being disrespectful, and we're supposed to be quiet about the disrespect and keep that in-house. We can't ever make any comments about you disrespect and let it be known that we're not going to take that no more. Then you get backlash like when Lolly Love was talking about, you know, brothers need to grow up. They need to learn how to be productive with their families and not leave them. You know, then you get trashed.
Well, this is true. Sometimes brothers get a little irritated by that, but that's the truth. And
they don't like when they get chastised in public.
That's true. And most of the time, you won't take into account the feelings of the sisters until you had to walk in their shoes. Now, a lot of times we was like, man, I got to go to work. I got to do this. I got to do that. Why she can't just have the kids and stuff? And then if your wife happen to go out and have to go do something, leave you with them children for a little while, then you quickly get an understanding of what it's like.
Ladies, leave him for the weekend with the children.
Yeah, so you kind of get an idea. It ain't all that easy. So if you got
don't even ready-made meals, no. Just leave them with emergency contact of your parents. Peace.
Yeah, but that tends to work very well for the brothers. But just be there for your family. It all it does is help us as a community to get places we are trying to go and be the people we are blessed to be. And that's outstanding individuals. So if we could just commit to our families, commit to our sisters, respect them wholeheartedly, respect yourself, number one. If you're a nice looking brother, you're gonna always have lots of ladies trying to talk to you. And there's gonna always be a lot of nice looking ladies out there.
How you know?
I mean, it's just the world. That's just the way it is.
The world.
But just always maintain respect.
You think sister girls don't have them?
Yeah, that's the thing. See, a lot of times brothers don't tend to think that. They tend to look at things one-sided. We see things from our perspective. So if a sister see a brother and she interested in, first thing we think, oh, she can't be interested in that. I'm a husband. I'm a man. She don't like that dude. But they just like you. They human. They see a nice looking brother, everything, but they tend to have more respect. If you got a good woman, not all.
Loyalty to the family.
Right. Not all, but if you chose a good woman, most of the time, they'll ride with their family. Like they say, they typically have a little bit more loyalty to their family. They got their children, and they're going to put them first if they're a decent young lady. So and that's the same way we have to think, fellas. Just because the woman look nice, that don't mean you got to go out and hang with her. You got a queen at the house. You got your children. You got your family. Stay focused on your family.
20-80 rule.
Stay focused on your family.
Big booty is only 20%.
But yeah, try to, if you can do that, our people will only be who we were designed to be, and that's an outstanding folk. So we thank y'all so much for tuning in. I love my brothers out there. All I want y'all to do is shine. And remember, black love will always win. Thank y'all so much. Please subscribe and leave any comments in below so that we may read that anything that can help edify us and keep everybody doing what they need to do. We'll highly appreciate it.
Oh, you get a kiss on that.
Oh, thank you. Black love.